Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Shark Vacmop. I found this in Walmart on my clearance aisle for only $38. It was originally supposed to be $100, but I got it for $38. Here I'm going to show you all that it came with. It came with the Vacmop itself, 2 disposable pads, and a bottle of cleaning solution. And this is just the mop standing upright. Right here, I'm going to show you what the mop looks like. At the front, you can see those LED lights. This is just the body of the mop. Right here is the sprayer button, which you would use when you're mopping. And down below is the trigger, and that is used for operating the vacuum. It's really easy to unclip the disposable mop heads. You just click that button and it falls right off. And to attach it, you just place it right there. It falls right in place. It's really easy to do, and you can do it while standing up. Putting the liquid in the Vacmop is also super duper easy. It has a little fill line so you know where you can fill it to, and you just pop it open and pour the liquid in. And that's it. Just close it and make sure that it's closed tight and you're good to go. Charging it is also super simple. You just plug it in. It flashes white until it is solid white, and when it's solid white, that's when you know that it's been charged all the way. Here I'm vacuuming up some cat litter. And I want to mention that the suction is actually pretty good, but sometimes dirt gets caught behind the mop head, and because it doesn't have wheels, that dirt isn't gonna come through to the front so that you can vacuum it up. So right there you can see some dirt got behind the mop head, so I had to go around and pick it up from the front. Next, I'm going to let you hear how loud it is. It's like medium level loudness for me. It's not too loud, but it's not super quiet either. So I'm just going to let you guys hear how that sounds. Right here, I'm showing you the mop function. The mop function is super easy to use. There's nothing to it. Just use the spray button. And right here, I'm trying to get a really tough stain off the floor, so it's not just a regular bit of dirt. It's actually something that's really embedded to the floor, but it was able to get it off, so that worked pretty well to me. Just as a heads up, it doesn't continue working really well. You're going to see why in the later part of the video. But part of the reason is the mop head getting so dirty while I was vacuuming, which I will show you guys a little bit later. And once again, while the mop head is still pretty fresh, this is just me getting up some other dirty areas, and the mop head was working perfectly fine at this point in time. I took this picture before I started mopping, so I just wanted to show you guys what the head of it looked like after I was done vacuuming, only vacuuming. It was already really dirty, so I kind of thought to myself, I just don't know if this is going to work good because the mop head's already dirty, so I don't know if mopping is going to go very well after that, and it actually didn't, but we're going to talk about that later. As for the vacuuming portion of it, this is just me vacuuming over the rest of my kitchen, and I will say it picked up quite a bit of dirt that I didn't think it was going to be able to get, but it did, surprisingly, so I wasn't at all dissatisfied with the vacuuming portion of it. The suction was pretty good, and I have pretty much no complaints about the vacuuming portion of this product. So right here, I just want to start talking about some other things about the mop. This thing takes about 3.5 hours to charge and will only run for 13 minutes on the vacuum function, which I find really bad. I need more than 13 minutes to vacuum my house. It's just not good enough for me. So that was the first thing I kind of disliked about it, and I also disliked that it only came with 2 disposable mop heads and 1 bottle of cleaning solution because the bottle was so small that it only refilled the liquid container 1 time. It's also really important for me to note that you cannot vacuum and mop at the same time with this product, which is kind of, you're supposed to be able to save time, I feel like, with a Vacmop because you're doing them at the same time, but this one does not work that way. You have to first vacuum and then you can mop, and it does say this in the instructions. You can't do both at the same time. It's definitely not made to vacuum up liquid, for instance. The mop is supposed to be able to, like, I guess, absorb small messes, but it can't vacuum up liquid. So right here is when I started encountering some of my first few problems. This is just me vacuuming it right now, and I'm okay with the vacuuming function, like I said, no problem with that. But the problem came when I started attempting to mop, because the mop head, like I said in that earlier picture, was already so dirty that I was kind of pushing dirt around from the beginning. So right here is when you're really going to first start to see that little line of dirt that the mop is making because it's so dirty. So I just wanted to point that out so you guys could see it. So the main problems really started when I began to mop my kitchen because the dirt started to fly out of the canister. At first, I wasn't sure that's what was happening because I just kind of spotted some cat litter on the floor. And when I noticed it, I stopped using the Vacmop because you are not supposed to vacuum wet dirt into the Vacmop. So I grabbed my other vacuum and picked up that cat litter thinking that I had just missed a spot. But that actually wasn't the case. It was coming out of the Vacmop, which you guys are going to see here in a minute when I catch it on video. So I just go back to mopping like it's normal, and all of a sudden some pieces of dirt started to fall out. Right there's the first one, and then there's another one. And even though you can't see a lot of it, you can only see the dark pieces, there are tons of cat litter that came out of it too. So at that point I realized, okay, this is coming out of the Vacmop. So I vacuumed it up and then began to try to solve the problem or see what was going on with the Vacmop. So this piece right here is the disposable mop head, and as you can see there's a little flap right there that's supposed to be closed. It's not closed because a bunch of hair and dirt has like wadded itself up on the sides of the flap. So now the flap cannot close. So I'm going to show you guys what a fresh mop head looks like. That's the flap right there, which you can easily see. It's closed, it opens up to let the dirt in, and closes to keep the dirt from exiting. So that's why it wasn't functioning correctly, and I tried to get it out with my fingers, but I couldn't get it all out. One side I got it to close, and the other side it was still slightly open. So that was disappointing because these are supposed to be disposable mop heads. So, you don't want to have to stick your finger in it because that's kind of the point, is that it doesn't require maintenance and you don't have to deal with any of that. But I still had to do it. So I felt like I got enough out and that maybe it would work again, so I gave it another shot. But pretty much immediately dirt started coming out again, and it's hard to see on camera, but I will point to it so you guys can see. And yeah, it kept happening, and I realized that it just wasn't going to work because the only other option would be to get another disposable mop pad, and those things aren't cheap, so I can't just change it every room. So I didn't feel like the Vacmop was working for me at that point. So I finally just gave up, and I used a different product altogether to get the mopping of my floors done. And yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys like my final thoughts on this product. I don't like it. I don't like that it can't vacuum and mop at the same time. I don't like that it only comes with 2 disposable mop pads and 1 tiny bottle of the refillable mop fluid. It's not enough to get you started, really. I don't like that it takes 3.5 hours to charge and only gives you 13 minutes of runtime, because I need more time to get my floors clean than that. So there's just not much I like about it. It does vacuum okay. The vacuum function is pretty decent, but as soon as you start mopping, everything starts to, you know, go wrong. So I just kind of feel like it's an overpriced vacuum because the mop function doesn't really work, because it's just going to throw dirt around. I don't know if it's because of my long hair. Maybe if you have short hair, this will work better for you. I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't really recommend this product to anyone, especially not for $100. That's outrageous. I paid only $38, but I do see now why it was on sale. That being said, I really don't want to give up on this product just yet. There is one last thing I want to try. There are these like reusable mop heads made for this Shark Vacmop on Amazon, and I want to try them. So, because I wonder if, because they're reusable, maybe they have a more sturdy dirt holding mechanism, and if so, that would fix the issue. So look out for a 6-month update video where I buy those and try and use them. It might be before 6 months, because it's not really like a video to show if the product has lasted or hasn't broke. It would be more of, does this work? So it might be before 6 months, but keep a lookout for that, guys, because I do want to try that. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please leave a like and a comment telling me your experiences or your opinions on this product, and I'll see y'all in the next one.